Did it again. Did it again. What's up guys, Lou here, back with another video, and today I've got something special. This is not a very common device. It's the HTC One M9 Plus. I hope this is lined up. I messed it up a little bit. Now some of you might not have even heard about this thing because the M9 just came out and the M9 Plus isn't set to be released here in North America, at least not as of right now. Looks good though. It's essentially a slightly larger, slightly different M9 with some additional features. This one is from Hong Kong. Now, they share a lot of similarities, but we're gonna talk mostly about the differences. So I have the M9 Plus, and over here I have the regular M9, so let's check out the differences. So jumping inside the box of the M9 Plus, you'll see the device first, and something you'll probably notice right away is that you have a button, a dedicated button here. It can be used as a home button, also as a fingerprint scanner. Forward-facing camera is identical. On the back, you have a slightly different camera setup. So you are dealing with a dual camera, 20 megapixels, similar to the M8. You have the dual tone flash in that location, a noise canceling microphone right here. You have your power switch, hold switch, volume up and down. It does have a micro SD card slot, which I've been told can be expanded to up to 2 terabytes. No idea what that media would cost you. No removable battery here, and the battery is the same size as it is on the M9. The screen is the biggest difference. This device is a little bit taller. The screen is larger here, 5.2 inches, and maybe even more importantly, it's higher resolution. This is a 2560 by 1440 panel. Also, inside the box, before we get too carried away, we have some Chinese paperwork. Told you this thing came from Hong Kong. It has the SIM card tool there. You have some headphones, similar to what you would get with any HTC flagship device. Multiple tips so you can get the right fit. Gotta get the right fit. Power brick, and then of course, USB cable. Now, one other difference is the processor. The regular M9 has a Snapdragon chip, whereas the M9 Plus is using an octa-core processor from a company called MediaTek. So there you have it, the M9 and the M9 Plus. And as you can tell, the form factor is different. You might as well take a closer look at these two displays. So this button on the Plus is not tactile. It works for fingerprint sensing, similar to the home button on the Galaxy S6 or the iPhone. Don't want to update you right now. Get out of here. Don't want to update you. Okay, so this is what the two devices look like on max brightness. They look pretty similar. Like I said, the main difference that I'm noticing is the color temperature, which appears to be quite different on each of them. This one looking a lot cooler. Obviously, you're dealing with much better pixel density, or much tighter pixel density on this 1440p screen. It makes you wonder which is the actual HTC flagship in this situation. There are a lot of things featured on the Plus that point in the direction of flagship, especially features that are just non-existent on the regular M9, like the fingerprint scanner, which will probably show up in the next version. Now, build quality on these HTC phones is very nice. You've got a mostly metallic enclosure. I wish they had a slightly larger battery, especially when you're sealed in. You can't replace a battery like you can on, say, the LG G4, for example. And then also you can notice here that the camera layout is a different shape. So not only do you have dual cameras here on the M9 Plus, but you have a circular camera for the main unit compared to a square one. The bottom of the two devices is identical. You have your headphone jack as well as your micro USB port for charging it up. And the same can be said for the top of the devices, where you have your IR blaster for controlling various devices if you choose to use your HTC as a remote. Are you an HTC M9 owner or a hardcore HTC fanboy, HTC lover that is now pissed off that this M9 Plus exists in a country that isn't yours? I might be. At the end of the day, they're very comparable devices though. Something to mention real quick about these phones, audio is incredible. You have these awesome forward-facing speakers, and still to this day, we do not have forward-facing speakers on most devices, so for multimedia, these are great choices. Anyway, I've said enough about these two devices. Thank you very much for watching, and also big shout out to D-Brand for importing this M9 Plus and getting it into my hands. If you guys want to check out some of their skins, I will drop a link down in the description. They make some very cool stuff. In fact, I just got a brand new skin on the iPhone 6. Look at this. It's like some cool wooden design. I'm always changing it up. You can customize your device and get a little bit of protection at the same time. So check them out, link down below. All right, that really wraps it up. Thumbs up if you like this video. I'll catch you on the next one. Later. Jack, why can't you be more like Imaginary Jack? He's so cool.